Hiya, my name is Reiss, and this is my short video in response to the questions regarding Cambridge Immerse. So one excursion I thought would be really fun for applicants would be the Black Shark Ghost Tour. So adult tickets are £9 each, and it's meant to be absolutely amazing. I haven't done it myself, but I've read so many reviews that say it's probably one of the best things to do in Cambridge. So what happens is you get a guided tour in the evening on any day that you like, and they basically take you around to all the famous ghost sites of Cambridge. And what really brings it to life is the fact that they have these fantastical storytellers who tell you all these interesting facts and about the history of these sites. It's meant to be super, super fun, and I thought that'd be a great way for participants on the program to get to know each other, to have a bit of a laugh, and to realise that Cambridge has a lot more to offer than just, studying. So one extracurricular activity that I do at university is I'm the Freshers representative for Gonville and Caius College. So what that means is I overlook and voice any concerns that first years have, and I'm responsible for organising and executing Freshers Week for the incoming freshers. So for those that are joining us from 2017 to 2018. I'm hoping to do that through a string of social events, a string of academic events, and a kind of two-term academic mentoring service that I'm aiming to set up. So just as an extension of that, one thing that I'm currently doing in conjunction with other members on our college student union is trying to create a cohesive social space for Caius. So because Caius is quite small, we don't really have a singular known social space. So we identified the underbar, which is like a room under our bar, because Caius is really original with names. Thought that it could use some renovating, and as a result, I've independently created a catalogue of furniture, which I, along with other members, have pitched to the college and are hoping to take forward next term to renovate it completely for new freshers and for all current students. In answer to the third question, an example of a time where I thought I'd gone above and beyond what was expected of me was probably in sixth form when I organised the sixth form's prom. So originally what we were expected to do on the sixth form student council was just to find a range of venues, give them to the sixth form and see what they could do for us. But I realised that there was a lot of inefficiency and miscommunication within and between staff and students. And I thought that in order to create an effective prom, you had to have that close liaison with each member of the year group to make sure that prom is what everyone wants. So as a result, I decided to set up my own prom committee of 8 members who I elected through a year-wide election that I headed myself, and spent 4 months researching and organising prom. So that involved me delegating tasks to everyone, heading management of the team, and making sure that I was consistently liaising with the year group through different surveys, just through approaching people and asking them what they wanted at prom. And in the end, we managed to organise a successful prom for 120 people. And I thought that that was me going above and beyond what was expected of me, because I took leadership where no one had asked for it, and because I identified that there were inefficiencies and people were unhappy, and ended up having a positive result. 3 reasons why I think a high school student should attend Cambridge Immerse is the first being that there are many myths that need to be broken about Cambridge, and there's a myth that certainly hindered my application, or just me applying, even thinking about applying. I thought that there was only a certain type of student that went to Cambridge. I thought that I didn't fit into the educational system at Cambridge, and I just wasn't sure what it was like or if I could fit in. I think that students really need to experience it firsthand, meet all of us, and realise that it is a normal place and that it's accessible. The second reason is that they can see what the city has to offer. I feel like so many times when people at Cambridge, they just see the university and nothing else. They forget that the city is actually a nice place to be in. People are welcoming, there's a lot of stuff to do, and there's a lot of things to see, which are equally as interesting as a degree. And I think that's important for students to be open to that. The third is that they can have insight into their subjects. I feel as if a lot of students don't really know what it's like to study at university, and a program like this at a place like Cambridge will probably allow an incredibly useful insight into what it's like to actually engage with content in fields that students are interested in, so they can see what it's like at any university. One book that I wrote about in my application was the Oxford Book of English Verse, and I wrote about it and I recommend it to any literature student because there's often this kind of misperception about literature at any university being kind of a focus on canonical writers like Shakespeare or Chaucer, and it's something that I thought hindered my own interest because those didn't align with Shakespeare and Chaucer. But what the Oxford Book of English Verse does really well is it mixes canonical and non-canonical writers to kind of create from 1500 to 20 years ago, a series of writers who explore different important themes and movements from a range of perspectives. I think that any literature students really needs to kind of open their eyes to this dynamic change over time, because at the end of the day, what Cambridge are really interested in my opinion, is interesting thoughts and constructing arguments in an articulate manner. And what this book does very well is it gives students that foundation for change, and it allows them to witness change over time in literature and realize that it's so much more than the typical writers like Shakespeare and Chaucer. So that's my short video done for this kind of video interview thing. I'm not really sure what to call it, but I hope that what I've said has been adequate and sufficient, and I look forward to hearing